What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Lee Vlogs. Here we are. It's a brand new year. It's 2022. Hopefully you guys had a great New Year's, Christmas, all the holidays. Hope you guys got to spend time with your family, got the gifts that you wanted, got to eat some good food, all that good shit. But yeah, happy holidays to all you guys. Welcome to the brand new year. It's January now, 2022. So hopefully a bunch of brand new opportunities will happen for you guys, as well as myself. And yeah, let's continue to push on. All right, so today's video is gonna be a video that I've kind of been dreading to make. Not dreading to make, but has taken a lot of time for me to think about. And we're just gonna kind of freestyle it and just go off of my thoughts. Before we get into that though, the GTR, I did end up buying wheels throughout this whole holiday break, so we got new wheels for the GTR right here. We'll do a reveal of these wheels later on. Hopefully we can get them on sometime soon. I am waiting on tires that are shipped, so they should be here any day now. But yeah, new wheels for the GTR is right there. So let's continue on. So like I was saying, today's video is going to be all about, let me disarm the alarm system.
Enter user code.
Okay.
Remote disarm.
So we're gonna compare and contrast Corvette and GTR. We're gonna talk about these cars. I've gotten a ton of DMs and messages asking which one I like better, which one is more fun to drive, which one's faster, all that stuff. We're gonna cover all that today. So you guys sit tight. But with no further ado, welcome to the vlog. Alright, so we'll walk around this way and we'll open the garage real quick so we can talk about Mr. GTR and Mr. Corvette. Alright, good to go. Alright, so quick overview. This right here, C7 Corvette. This is a 2014 3LT Z51 package. This has full bolt-ons and it's tuned. Okay, this 2017 stock Nissan GTR, completely stock, nothing is done to it, completely stock, completely stock, completely stock. Okay, so let's get into it. Get into this little compare and contrast of the GTR and the C7 Corvette. So the first question I get asked is, which car is faster out of these two cars? So if you don't know, this car from the factory has 455, 460 horsepower-ish, okay? From the factory, those are the numbers. And then this car right here is rated at 565 horsepower. This car is rear wheel drive. This car is all wheel drive, all right? So if you don't know already which car is faster, it's this one. This one's the faster one. This one's all wheel drive. From 0 to 60, it's going to be faster. And even in a pool, I haven't raced these two cars yet, but even in a pool, I think this car is still faster. I'm pretty sure this car will still beat this car all day, even in a pool, even in like maybe like a 40 roll or something like that. Even in a pool, I think this car is still getting it. Okay, so which car is faster? We've covered all that. Now, oh, also guys, for the Instagram, the new Instagram handle is going to be Skateboard Lee, but then underscore YT for the car Instagram. Also, you can just type in this, and that's my other Instagram. It's more personal, but I do upload a lot of car content on that one too. So if you want to follow that one, you can. They're both public, so it doesn't matter to me. Hit a follow, you get all the updates and first action news of all the stuff coming to the channel. All right, so which car is faster? We've covered that now. So the GTR is faster. Definitely faster. Yeah, it feels a lot faster. All right, so which car is probably more fun to drive? For me, personally, it's gonna be the Corvette. The Corvette is definitely hands down, I'm not gonna say 10 times more fun to drive, but it's a lot more funner to drive because it is a manual. So that was, we'll talk about the manual in just a second, but it is a manual, so you get, 3 pedals down here, you got a little clutch, and you got that thing right there in the middle that millennials don't know how to use. And yeah, little manual action, a lot more funner to drive. And this car is straight pipe, so it's a lot louder. The exhaust comparison, it's night and day. Oop, let's unlock this bad boy. And here, we don't quite have a manual, but we do have nice little paddle shifter action, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But definitely the Corvette is way more funner to drive, and the GTR is going to be second on that list, just because it's manual, it's louder. But who knows, that could change if I get an exhaust for this car, and it just changes the whole driving dynamic completely. I don't think it will change. I'm pretty sure I'll always love driving this manual. I just like driving manual cars a lot more than automatic cars, but this car is definitely dope. All right, so more fun to drive, we're going with the Corvette is more fun to drive, okay? All right, so from this angle, we'll talk about stylistically, which one do I like more stylistically. So these are both pretty unique cars, and they have their own design. They don't look very much similar at all. So very different cars. Stylistically, I'm gonna say that the Corvette is just a little bit more sexier right now than the GTR. Just a little bit more, not a lot more, but I've also done things to this car. I've added vinyl wrap, I've added a front lip, I've added side skirts, I've added wheels. Once this car is done up, I think this car will be the better looking car, probably the GTR. But right now, I'm gonna give it to Mr. Corvette, that it's the better looking car, definitely for sure. One thing I do like about the GTR, my favorite part about the GTR is the window. I just like the way it slants down like that. Just this aggressive slant is just, it's butter to me. For me, it just looks like, I don't know, it just looks like you're in a tank, or it just feels really pristine. I just like the way that looks from the side. That side angle view of that slanted window, oh man, that's money. That is money. But yeah, stylistically, I'm gonna go with the Corvette. Looks sexier right now. Once this car is done up, like I just showed you, we got wheels for this car. We do need to get a front lip, side skirt, all that shit. But stylistically, right now, the Corvette is better. And even on the street, I noticed I get a lot more head turns from the Corvette than the GTR. It's actually funny. I get less attention in this car, even though this car is double the value of this car, which is great because this car attracts a lot of attention, and this car doesn't attract as much attention. So believe it or not, this car is way more low-key than this car, big time. I think people think this is like an oversized Altima or something like that, which I'm completely fine with. I like being incognito sometimes and just cruising. But this car definitely does not get the attention that this one does. This car, oh my God. It breaks necks everywhere. It's a cop magnet. It's all that good stuff. Yeah. So this car gets a little more attention than the GTR. All right, so which car is better to live with? Better to live with. This should be a very, very obvious answer to this question. And of course, it's going to be the car with more room. Corvette, amazing. I lived with this car for years before I was married, and then after being married and having this car, it can be a little difficult to live with, I will say, if you don't have any other cars. Let's look at the trunk space. So trunk space on, look, here's that issue right now. My shit is, there we go. Okay, trunk space. Not bad on the Corvette, not bad on the Corvette. The only thing that is bad about the trunk space is that if you have a tall enough box, it's not gonna clear this roof line right here. So yeah, it's pretty much no go. You need something that is as deep. This is probably about 12 inches from here to here. So nothing taller than 12 inches can really fit in this trunk. You can try it, you can push something further back, but it just gets pretty hectic. So trunk space on this isn't bad. I have gone to the grocery store with this several times and have had no issues, but GTR trunk space, if we can unlock it. Okay, it's not bad. The only bad part about the GTR trunk space is just this opening right here. So if you look at the Corvette, big opening, you can literally put anything that will fit back there in that opening. This opening right here, pretty small. So if you got a bigger box, you kind of got to maneuver it and figure out a way to get it in here. But once it's in here, it's good. But just this opening right here can make things a little bit difficult. So something to think about. Let's go ahead and go into the back seats of the GTR. So I actually took my daughter to daycare this morning, and we got a car seat back here, which she loves. She actually loves the GTR way more than the Corvette. She hates the Corvette. She's not really into loud noises and anything like that, but she loves the GTR and prefers to get in the GTR over her mommy's car, which I love secretly. But plenty of room space for the kid if you got little kids, and then of course passenger space for whoever is riding shotgun with you. All right, so which car has the smoother ride? Can we guess which car has the smoother ride? Is it the Corvette or the GTR? Well, let me tell you, it's going to be GTR. GTR definitely has the much more smoother luxury style ride. It's very, very smooth. I have no complaints. This just feels like, I don't know, like you're driving a Mercedes or something like that. It just feels really planted on the ground, and when it accelerates, it just keeps going. It just does not stop at all. It doesn't feel like there's any lag or anything. You just step on it and it goes. This, a little bit rougher of a ride. I am on stock suspension still, so the ride's just a little rougher. I did lower it a bit on the lowering bolts in the front and in the rear. So there's that, but this car is just a little bit rougher of a ride. Not complaining. I actually like that feel coming from this car. It gives you that go-kart feel. This is like more a luxurious European sports car type feel, and that's what they were going for with this car. I believe they were trying to compete directly with the Porsche 911 when they were designing this car. So there's that. So yeah, let's talk about exhaust. So this car is straight pipe, loud as hell, as you know. And then this car has a stock exhaust, but with the 2017s and newer, they did come stock with a titanium exhaust. So this bad boy right here, let me look at a little fist. Look how big that is. That's my fist right there in this exhaust. Anyway, these all come titanium for 2017 and newer. So it's not a bad exhaust note. I would like it a little bit louder, but it's not bad for stock at all. When I go through tunnels, I can hear it. When I'm just driving regular, I can hear it. So it's not a bad exhaust. It's cool for right now, since this car will be registered in California. I really don't want to go too crazy with engine modifications until I can out of state. But yeah, this car's exhaust isn't bad. This car's exhaust is ridiculous loud. You guys know. But I actually do prefer, I'm gonna say I prefer this exhaust more right now. The stock exhaust, I kind of miss having a quiet exhaust. I've been driving this for a long time and I've gotten used to a loud exhaust, but when you hop into a car that's a lot more quieter, it's something about it, it does feel nice. It does feel nice. You don't have to worry about this loud rumbling thing that's attracting so much attention, you know? So I do prefer that. You guys wanna look at engine bays? Let's look at engine bays. So, which car has the sexier engine bay? I actually don't know. They're both probably dirty as hell. Corvette, yep, looking dirty. And we'll do GTR. Ugh. Oh, over here trying to open it up from the other direction. All right, engine bays. Which one has the sexier engine bay to you? You guys like the Corvette? Or you guys like the GTR? So, what do we got in here? V8 and a twin turbo V6. That engine bay is dirty as hell and I need to get it cleaned at some point in the near future. This engine bay isn't as bad, but it could use a little touch up. But if I had to say which engine bay is sexier, I'm gonna go with the GTR. Something about seeing the intake like that, just ready to go. Then you can you can't really see them, but you just know that there's two turbos in this engine. Something about it, man. Something about this engine bay, it's just sexy. And then also with the hand-built plate, that's the Takumi, or the person that built this engine. So all GTRs come hand-built by a master GTR engine builder. So he spends all of his time building this engine. That's his name. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, but yeah, that's my guy right there. Shout out to him, out in Japan building my GTR engines. And then Corvette, I believe in the C8 Corvettes, they did start adding like a hand-built plaque to make it more pristine and more, you know, luxury and elegant and all that shit. But this car does not have the hand-built, none of that. This is just Corvette right there, which is begins to fade if you don't do anything to it. I'm actually gonna be replacing these probably pretty soon. But you know, a little open cold air intake, some fun, some goods. One thing I do like about the Corvette engine bay is that the hood opens up this way. Looks way more exotic and sports carish. However, this is straight out of a Honda Civic. Even comes with the hood hatch, or the hood stand. So yeah, not the best look. I know a lot of guys actually go over here and get actual brackets and, you know, the whole piston type shit that I got on this one. I might do that if it bothers me. It doesn't really bother me. One thing I do like about it having the hood latch, it gives you that old school kind of look, and GTRs are kind of an old school kind of car, because this platform and this car has been around since 2009. So there's really not much, and this is really an enthusiast kind of car. So I mean, you don't buy this car because you want a bunch of fancy buttons and luxury and all that stuff. You buy this car because you because you really like GTRs. So yeah. From the back, that's what it looks like. We're gonna go ahead and close these now. There we go. And this side down. I think we're good. Cool. All right. Now let's actually talk about the hood on the outside. So which one has the better hood vents? We got Nakaducks on this side. So trapping cold air right into there, and I believe that's feeding right into the intake or turbos, who knows. And then here we have a functional vent as well, which feeds right into the intake. If I had to choose which vents I like more, I'm going with the Corvette. I gotta say, this C7 Corvette, the design that they did with this, they did a really good job. A really good job. So cannot be mad at it at all. Shout out to the garbage man coming through on a Monday, picking up the trash. Yeah. So to sum up this video, let's turn you guys around. All right, so to sum up this video, if I had, this is the best way that I've kind of rationalized and thought about how I would describe how I like these cars individually. So if I had one car I could drive for the rest of my life on this planet, and I had multiple years to live, I wasn't worried about imminent death or anything like that, I'm going with the GTR, right? GTR, good daily driver, good for the fam, can fit everybody as of right now. So it's good car, has space for groceries, space for the kids, space for the wife. It's good to go. It does everything you need to do, has all the power you need. Stock out of the box, this is a great car. These stock out of the box, some changes can be made, but this stock out of the box, great car. So if I could drive any car for the rest of my life out of these two cars, it's gonna be the GTR. Now on the flip side of that, if I had one last day on this planet and I had to choose between these two cars to drive, one last day, I knew I was gonna die the very next day, I would go Mr. Corvette, man. Something about this car that I didn't appreciate until I got this car is that this car gives you more of an engaging driver experience and gets your adrenaline pumping way crazier than this car can and may ever do. Something about this car in a manual configuration with a straight pipe exhaust, oh man, it is money. It's butter. It is the creme de la creme. And I'm telling you right now, a C7 Corvette in a manual configuration is the car, the halo car to buy for sure. That is the one. And another thing that made me really kind of sad the other day is thinking about Chevrolet, because they came out with the C8 Corvette and that doesn't come in a manual configuration. So this is the last manual variant you can get in a Corvette. And something about that kind of touched my soul, because I went on a date night with my wife. We went to San Francisco and we decided to take the Corvette. And I'm so glad I took this car over this car, because this car right here, this is the fun date night car. This is the one that you want to take. This car right here, this is the elegant, civilized, we're going to dinner date night car. But this car right here, this is, oh no. We're turning up, we're gonna have a good time. we're gonna be spontaneous, we're gonna have fun date night car. And that kind of made me sad, thinking about how Chevrolet is no longer making manual configured cars, like, or not manual configured cars, but they're no longer bringing a manual configuration of the Corvette. It kind of touched my soul a little bit, knowing that this is it. This is the last version of a manual Corvette. Will they surprise us? Who knows? But as of right now, there are zero talks of a manual Corvette ever coming back to the market. So I mean, if you can get these for like 35, 40 G's right now. If you can and it fits in your budget, I would go ahead and scoop one of these up. You won't be disappointed. Get it in a manual configuration. You definitely won't be disappointed. If you don't know how to drive manual, I got a video on my channel all about that, on how to drive manual, especially in this car. So easy day. But yeah, to wrap things up, guys, that's kind of how I feel about these two cars. Yeah, I can't really say I like one more than the other. They both bring out different sides and emotions out of me. This one definitely just brings out a more ferocious, aggressive, exciting side of me, and this is more of a tamed beast, we'll say right now. And this is this pristine right here. This is, let's get wild. So with no further ado, hopefully you guys found this video somewhat informative. These cars are both fun to drive. If you had to choose which one, you guys let me know in the comments, which one would you choose? A lot of you guys would probably choose the GTR. Some of you guys might choose the Corvette, because I got a lot of Corvette fanboys on the channel, so who knows. But yeah, guys, hopefully I explained that well enough for you. But with no further ado, Lee Vlogs out.